here in the hood on this Sunday, June 18th. Just so you know, I haven't finished my move quite yet, but I'm getting there, slow and steadily. And now, the adventure begins. It's a real scorcher out there right now. It's about 90 degrees out there. That's 90. It's a hot one, all right. But we're pretty cool inside the vehicle. Up ahead, the original road from Baltimore to York comes out of there, and we join it straight ahead. The original route from Baltimore to York took a wider swing to the east before being routed in a straight line about 100 years later. But this is part of the original route. And once again, one of our one-time bike ride routes. When they straightened out the route from Baltimore to York a couple hundred years back, they made the straight route a toll road and called it the York Turnpike. And of course, you had to pay a toll to use it. But back in 1909, the state bought up all the toll roads and made them free roads. And the rest is history. The York Turnpike became US 111, but got defuncted back in the early 60s. But up here someplace is a cool Deco building. Yeah, there it is. Art Deco. Still the original York Road route. But up there through the trees on the left is a tavern where George Washington once slept. I guess good old George slept around, but he once stayed there. Funny how he slept around, but Martha never divorced him. Guess things were different back then. Up here, the route bears left towards the northeast. Another road goes straight. But this is Old York Road. We bear northwest to pick up the original, rather the modern day York Road. In a few miles, both routes become one. Again, tough getting that out. I'm getting old, give me a break. But a couple hundred years back, this was the route to York from Baltimore. Originally, the road went through there, but the 83 interchange now cuts it apart. But up ahead, we meet up with the current York Road. And here's where that happens. About to go north on the modern day York Road. Formerly US 111, now Maryland 45. Up here on the right, Old York Road would have come out. There it is. He would have come out there had 83 not cut it apart. And once again, passing through Maryland line. It's south of the Pennsylvania line, so it's called Maryland line. The Maryland line, Maryland. Almost sounds like our state song title. Every time you watch the Preakness, they sing that song. And up here we cross the state lines into PA, the Keystone State. right here. As of now, we're foreigners. We're north of the border. Again, crossing this Georgetown Railroad up here, which is taking you for rides on. Station there. And now we're entering Shrewsbury. Up here, PA 851, which I've also taken you over on many a trip. We're staying north though on this one. Just passed a sign that said 88 degrees out there. I see if I go further north, I'll drop a degree or two, hopefully. Before going further north, I'm going to turn left and take a side trip here as far as Hanover Junction. On the period crossing of the Northern Central Trail, formerly railroad. And many a bike ride here too. And over there, Seitzville Mill, someplace. It's tricky getting the mill on the fly back there. But at one time, I believe it was an old textile mill back when it operated about 60, 70 years ago. It even had its own siding off the railroad main line. I guess busy place at one time to require its own siding. Again, the central there as we enter Hanover Junction, where there was once a junction, which I've explained before. And again, the Former Hotel and Transfer Station. Before the days of Pullman cars, you stay in hotels like this to transfer from one train to another overnight. Pretty cool, huh? No train now, though. I thought there might be a Father's Day special or something, being this is Father's Day. Maybe it's on the way up. But I can't wait, I gotta make some time. The junction might still be there, but the track to Hanover no longer is. It once ran through there, then bent left to the west to connect with the Western Maryland line, and then to Hanover. And right there at one time there was a turntable. And of course Abe Lincoln rode this way to Gettysburg to deliver his address. True story. Even Abe came this way. And now back on York Road northbound, which in this state is referred to as Susquehanna Trail. It's mostly agrarian, but you do pass through an occasional locality, and this one's known as Loganville. And a little ways up, our next locality, and it's known as Jacobus. Our next hotspot will be York, but I thought I'd leapfrog over to I-83 to save some time and maybe cover more ground. Yep, I leapfrogged again. Ain't that like me? Right about now, better to bypass York than to trudge through it. We're now beyond York, But I think I'll stay on this road. I'll stay in the freeway until we're beyond Harrisburg. Just to make life a bit easier. Might even see some mountains. It's a scorcher out there though. When we got out at Hanover Junction, you could feel the heat and the humidity. It's hot out there. Down a mountain way up there. I'm now facing almost due east on the northbound route and crossing over the Susquehanna River. And bypassing Harrisburg to the north. And once again, facing north. But soon, I-83 will come to an end. And we'll pick up Interstate 81 as far as US 322. Now temporarily on Interstate 81. It's a southbound route, but we're facing west. But up here we exit. 322 northbound. And here it is. We came this way also last November 2016 on the way to Horseshoe Curve. As you'll recall. It's still humid out there, as you can tell by the misty mountains. And on the original route for the first time, passing through a place called Dauphin. I haven't taken this road yet, so I thought I'd check it out. And over there, the current highway again. But now northbound on PA 225. Our next hotspot will be Halifax. But I first have to climb that mountain to get to it. And about to begin my ascent. And now ascending. At the top of the mountain, we'll see the Appalachian Trail. Now approaching the top and the trail, which crosses the footbridge up there. But I'll turn here to go to the parking lot for it, which I've done before. Up here somewhere. Here we go. Okay, check out a couple of things here. There's the footbridge I just showed you. And apparently they'll soon be fixing the parking lot. Looking north into the valley, but this chain link fence doesn't help things any. Halifax is over the next mountain. I tried. Looking south on the trail. That way is Georgia, about 1,000 miles. Yeah, I can do that. I can handle that walk. But up there, got some mileages. And that direction goes north towards Maine. I guess about 400 miles. There you have it. Says it all. Part of the Susquehanna way down there. And after descending the mountain, complete with hairpin curve, just like West Virginia. Yep, they got him here too. And now at the bottom, I'm passing through Matamoros, or however you say it. And, as promised, entering Halifax. Let's check things out here. Let's go down by the river. I have a viewer on YouTube who's from here originally. So part of the reason I'm making this is for him. Here, get down by the river if I can down there. Again here, the Northern Central. Was there ever a station in this town? And if there was, where was it? Nothing here looks like a station at all. Anywhere in this town. Looking south back towards Baltimore. As long as we're here in town, let's check out the Riverside Park. Down by the Susquehanna, looking southwest on it. Got an island there in the middle of the river. The way some houses are in this town, it kind of reminds me of Mayberry. But this is life in Halifax. Interesting architecture right by the railroad track. And apparently we're being welcomed here. Thank you. But was there ever a train station in this town? Does anyone know? And if so, where? Looking north this time. More cool stuff here in Halifax. Post office, zip code 17032. I know. I'll go up this side street and bring some memories back to one of my viewers. Well, here's hoping anyway. Yep, Halifax, just for you. Lots of traffic here in Halifax. Well, busy place tonight. Sunday night. Father's night. Okay, now to go back around somehow. As long as I'm still here, one more neighborhood for you. Yep, your bullfrog has your memories. Right back to 147. I'll go north a bit more. Earlier we were down there. Now I'm going to turn right to keep on the main road. And one last view of downtown Halifax. Hope you're taking it all in. They're just crossed here. Okay, we're gone. We'll be back soon, I think. Let's see. I last brought you this way in May 2015 on the way to Centralia in that The Odyssey video. For those who viewed. Around 6:50 p.m. and still rather warm out there. And to our left, the Central again. Hard to believe that line begins in downtown Baltimore. And through acquisitions and things, goes as far as Canada. I'll stay on this road until I come to a westbound route where I can recross the Susquehanna back to my side of it. Don't know how far that'll be though, till I come to such a route. There's also a ferry up here someplace. I'm not coming to one more hamlet. And downtown Millersburg with a traffic thing here or something. Hope I'm going the right way. Yeah, they had the stop sign, they ran it. They ran a stop sign. Call it on SD chip. I know what, let's go to the Dashcam Pro and check it out. Like those TV commercials tell us. But down here someplace, apparently is a ferry. And again, our northern central. Is there a station in this town any place? Wish I had the time to look. Looking south. And up there the river again. There better be a ferry someplace. And once again, down by the river. And there's the ferry itself. Apparently it's a wooden ferry boat that holds just a handful of cars, and that's all. Should I try to cross and see where I end up? But where does it go? And we're about to ride. I think I better wait till I'm guided on. This is hair-raising. Different than Whites Ferry. Apparently we're about to ride one of the last stern wheelers left. Near the wheel at the back of the boat. Our first time ferrying over the Susquehanna. About to shove off. Oh, we're moving. Just like at Whites Ferry, you can't tell when you're moving. But unlike Whites Ferry, the water's higher up. Where will we end up, though? Somewhere over there. There's our stern wheel doing its thing. Now departing Millersburg, obviously. And that's north up the Susquehanna. But where are we heading? Now this is different.
This Tuesday, Bobby has to work till...
But still, I think we're going to need a bigger boat. But oddly enough, Millersburg is still visible. We haven't gone that far yet. If this was Whites Ferry, we'd be in Virginia by now. The Roaring Bull. Okay. Houses down there. We about to arrive someplace? Still, it's a cool boat. I think I see a ramp down there. Are we about to arrive? Gotta admit, whole different experience on this ferry. About to arrive someplace, but I got no idea where. Okay, we're about to land. Rapids. Better get back to my car soon. Okay, folks, we made it.
Let the kids live with him. What do you even talk? He's like a hater. Because he always wanted a motorcycle and he never got one.
Better prepare to start my engine. Okay, we're landing, but still, I wish I knew where we were. Where the heck are we? Out of my way, time to move. Okay. Here are those floorboards, geez. Anyway, the Eagle has landed. Hey, guy. Hi. He's our tour guide. But still, where the heck are we? How do I get out of here? When in doubt, follow everybody else. There's got to be some kind of way out of here, as that song says. Must be a vacation trailer park or something. Hopefully I found a way out. I know someplace over there is US 15. If I can only find it. Maybe up there at the highway. I found it. As they say, seek and ye shall find. I seeked and I find it. And now north on US 15 and 11, because back there I can only turn to go north. But I better be going south pretty soon. I'm losing light. And up here, passing through Liverpool. No, not the one the Beatles are from. Sorry. Nope, the Beatles aren't from here. But at this point, the best thing for me to do would be to make a U-turn and go back south on this road. And just did. Heading south now. But we've been north before on this highway. When I took it to the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania, we went the other way. So I've shown you this road too before. But still, that ferry ride was a hair-raising experience. Very hair-raising. Very creaky. Let's just say, I'm glad there are no icebergs this time of year. Might have been in big trouble. I'm telling you, if we'd have hit an iceberg, we would have had a disaster of titanic proportions. My car would have gone down with the ship. That's different. But anyway, back in Liverpool. Nope, the Beatles aren't home. All in all, the ferry was pretty cool. I paid $14 for a cheap thrill. Over there parallels the original route to this original old 2-lane road, but it comes out right here. And again, the road that took you over November 2016 to Lewistown and Horseshoe Curve. We're going eastbound for a bit. Because it's faster that way. It's faster to cross the Susquehanna, take the freeway, then recross back over to this side, believe it or not. Faster that way than staying on this side. Because on this side, you have traffic lights and things. So, time to recross. I got a truck here. As you recall, we came north on this road on the other side of the river a little while ago. And up passing through Clark's Ferry. Again, Halifax, the sign. We already saw it, that we were already there. And about to cross Susquehanna again. By car this time. Jeez, I'm wasting all these crossings. I'm strange, aren't I? I keep crossing and recrossing the Susquehanna. So here's the view from this direction. And again, over there on the left, the Northern Central. It's there. And the Central again. passing beneath the Central. And it's on our left again. And the river. But up here, I-81 again. Going south for about 1 block. Just for variety, I'll take you through downtown Harrisburg, the road that runs along the river. Again, got a cool sky there. And now we're south on Front Street and entering Harrisburg. And again the Susquehanna. Nice area around here. Nice riverfront. A nice area through here, along the river. And a good time of day to enjoy it. I see it's cooling down out there. What's that supposed to be? And over there, the Walnut Street Bridge, closed to traffic in 1972. And part of it washed out in 96. I've also shown you that in previous videos. But up here picking up southbound 83. It'll be an easy run from here. And one more Susquehanna crossing. Can you believe that? I must have crossed it 10 times today. And other stuff crosses too. Can't believe what I did today. I crossed the river 10 times for free, then I paid $14 for a ferry ride. I must be some kind of a nut. Jeez, don't tell anybody.
Yeah, please.
Don't give me away. Up here is the Pennsylvania Turnpike, but I can't take it because it goes the wrong way, and you gotta pay. You can tell it's still very humid out there. Might be cooling down, but still humid. Interesting about that ferry boat, though, must not be much of a draft to it because the water in the river almost came over the deck. No, not much of a draft to that ferry boat. Scared me a bit. I thought we were going down. Maybe the Susquehanna isn't that deep, but I still don't want to sink. And now back in the York area, as you begin losing light. It's about an hour back from here. And about 55, 60 miles, give or take. It's still humid out there, though. And now departing the York area and heading back to Maryland. Now via time lapse, about to cross state lines. Back in Maryland. And again with more time lapse, back in suburbia. and via more time-lapse yet, back at the hood in my soon-to-be future home. Today's trip was about 240 miles. Once again, hope you enjoyed. And thank you for spending part of your day with me. Much appreciated.